Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! If you are somebody who has been loving this brand new music for Descendants, I want you to know I hear you and I appreciate you and I love you so much, man, for always being the diehard fans of Descendants of Zombies that you've always been. I've loved this music just as much as what you have, and I've always believed you guys have deserved better reviews. Thank you so much for always having chosen this YouTube channel, having said that, as your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel. And I want you to know that I am going to keep my word and simply always come through and give you the best. Because unlike many people out there who will attempt to review these songs, I want to give you the best reviews that you could possibly ever watch or see. Because you guys have chosen this YouTube channel as your favorite. You've obviously seen something special within these videos, and I just simply wanted to give you the best. I know how hard Kylie Cantrell and Malia Baker have worked on songs such as Mad and Perfect Princess, and how much these songs really mean to them. I will never forget how excited Kylie Cantrell was to have her brand new ballad debut as part of the score for Descendants Wicked Wonderland that had been compiled. She had often compared it to Duff Cameron's ballad, of course, which was If Only, and I remember how special of a place If Only held in the hearts of many Descendants fans because it often reminded them of what they may have been going through or circumstances they may have been faced with in their own lives. And I think If Only was a song that really helped us make sense of everything going on around us. And I think Kylie Cantrell's debut ballad for Descendants is going to do the exact same thing, but in a far more powerful way than ever before. I know the score has been compared to music from kind of Wicked or Harry Potter, but I think it's really in a class of its own, a category of its own, if anything. And if you guys are looking for a guy, searching for a guy to always say something nice about your favorite songs and your favorite moments that have made you a fan, that brought you to that moment where you realized that being a fan of Descendants of Zombies was simply cool and nothing far from it, then look no further than this guy, because I promise you guys I will never let you down, and I will always be right here with you to always say something nice about your favorite songs. Because when it came to a song like Perfect Princess, it was really a song that was used to introduce us to Pink and what her purpose was going to be, or the purpose that she should fulfill in Descendants was all along. And I often appreciated how she often reminded me of myself, because I was always a guy who was just here to have fun with all of you. And upon being welcomed into this niche, I had the chance to have just that. I had so much fun with so many wonderful people. I got to know them for the people they were, and I really found time in appreciating your favorite songs and really all of these wonderful moments, because we really experienced so much in just under 10 years. And it's been said many times over the years that 10 years, a lot can be done in 10 years and a lot can happen. And for sure, a lot's happened in 10 years. We've seen the best of them come and go. We've seen so many emotional moments experienced by fans, and we've really been there for each other, and we really helped each other make sense of everything happening around us. I know that the stars have received their fair share of criticism. Everything from their friendships have kind of been taken into context. I know they have received their fair share of criticism for the Worlds Collide tour last summer, but I always believed who made the tour special last summer were really all of you guys, because these were conversations that I look forward to, that had obviously held a special place in my heart, and I wanted to give you the best. I didn't care how I had to go out of my way to always give you the best. I just wanted to be here. I remember when Cameron Boyce passed away and everybody was so emotionally overcome, many of us were lost for words, and I just wanted to be here. I couldn't be there at the time because I had so much going on in my own life, but I was forever and always a fan of Descendants, and I just wanted to be here. From the first moment that somebody showed me the story of how Cameron Boyce had passed away on their phone, I just wanted to be here with you guys to help you make sense of what was happening, because many of us were so young. We were never ready to let go of what once was. And I think the same logic applied with the original cast. Their story had never been fully told and completed, or at least many of us believed that to be true. And I think many of us were never really ready to let go or ready to say goodbye. And I think that this cast of this new generation really presents us with more of a chance to really believe that something special is about to happen. Something special is about to come from all of this. No matter if more people begin to fall down through that rabbit hole, more people begin to find their greater purpose, everything will really come full circle. And the greater picture is about to be painted for us all as fans of Descendants of Zombies as we continue along on this really unforgettable journey. I just recently listened to the song Mad for one of the first times ever, and it was really a cool vibe. It was a very different vibe from any song I had previously heard from Descendants. You guys will remember how Life is Sweeter When You Are. was my favorite song from the Descendants Rise of Red score, because of the exemplification of just how much further kindness can really take a person in this lifetime. And I've always, kept that with me close to my heart because kindness really does take a person further in this lifetime. And your simple acts of kindness really take you further in this life because you may have never said something to somebody in your whole life. And then from out of nowhere, they kind of just show up and you just say the nicest thing. And then a conversation begins. And from the moment a conversation begins, wonderful things happen and you stay friends with that person for forever. And that's something to really appreciate and to really take into consideration. It kind of reminds me of what happened here for me on this YouTube channel because along the way on my journey, I had the chance to meet so many incredible people from my stories about encouraging kindness and how I believe such things like forever and happily ever after really did exist because somewhere out there in this very difficult world to understand on times, I was somebody who held on to the believement that there was such thing as fairy tales and there was such a thing as happily ever after and forever. Now I know that many times over our lifetime, it's been said that there's no such thing as forever and happily ever after really doesn't happen for everybody. But I'm here to challenge that and say it can. And I think in songs like Life is Sweeter When You Are, when you think about how much further kindness can really take you in this lifetime and the people you can meet in the process along the way, I think this music has really helped define us. This music has really helped tell a story. And this music has really helped heal us and bring us that much closer together because I've always believed that music has this way of profoundly healing somebody. If you just give music a chance, music has always had this way of healing somebody, no matter what they may be going through, no matter what their story seems to be, their situation or circumstance. Music has always had this profound way of always healing people and seeing people through. It's always been a light out of darkness. And I think that no matter what people are going through, music will forever and always have this way of healing us. And I think that while Descendants The Rise of Red score may have only had 8 songs, and this one has about 11, I think that this score has been significantly updated. The music has been taken that much deeper, and it's really given far more people so much more incentive that they always draw from this music. Because the music is what made the Worlds Collide Tour so special, along with how you guys really glowed. You guys gave so many priceless reactions, and something I paid particularly close attention to was your guys' reactions in the crowds from the Worlds Collide Tour. So I know and I get how there are people who have been left with a lot of doubt and uncertainty about this new tour and this brand new cast, which will now feature stars from the new Camp Rock. What we are doing here is we are making room for what is going to become of this franchise, which is really going to be something so special. And I really do believe, and I may be the only guy who believes this on YouTube, but I really do believe that we can give these stars more of a chance because they deserve a chance and nothing else needs to be said about it. They just deserve a chance. And I think when you hear this music for the first time, no matter if it's from Camp Rock 3 or Descendants 5, Wicked Wonderland, you are going to want to go to the second half of this tour just to see these stars in action, to see what they will offer to it because you love the music so much. There is going to be at least one song on this new score that you are going to love, that you're going to have on constant repeat, that you're going to fall asleep to listening to every night. No matter if it's the ballad between, of course, Alexander and, of course, Kylie Cantrell, no matter if it's that, no matter if it's the song Perfect Princess, you are going to have at least one song you're either going to love with all of your heart or you're going to fall asleep to crying every night. Because the thing is, this music is so relatable. And if you just give it a chance, you will see why it's so relatable. Because in every song, there's a story told. And I've often appreciated how music has always had this profound way of not just touching your heart, but always having a way of telling a story. From the first moment I heard the song Perfect Princess, I really appreciated the enthusiasm. I really appreciated how Pink was here, as she claims, just to have fun. But I've always believed that she is here more than just to have fun. She is here to paint a greater picture of just how to appreciate sisterhood, navigating challenges along the way, and how Red now has everything that she ever wanted. She has a love interest, somebody she's falling head over heels in love with. Her mom is good. She has a sister. She has everything in her own mind that she believes she's ever wanted. But is it really everything she ever wanted, or is it something more? That's what we shall find out when the story develops in Descendants Wicked Wonderland and really comes to the forefront, because this is what's really going to shine through. And what's going to shine through is a greater appreciation for all of us to take away from this story, because this is going to be the deepest story by far that we may have ever had the chance to be a part of. And I'll have more to say on this tomorrow when I upload a brand new video for you guys, because I often have midnight premieres here because I want to beat out the algorithm. So there'll be a new video probably popping up at midnight tonight. So keep watching for that. I have gone out of my way to create more Descendants of Zombies videos than anybody ever has. And in every video that I've created, we've talked about music, we've talked about unforgettable moments, we've broken down stars, we've analyzed these moments, and we've made people feel a part of something so special. I don't know if that has anything to do with how I've always carried with me this appreciation for your favorite stars and all these wonderful moments and really all these milestones we've came upon on our journey of discovering what it truly meant to people to be a fan of Descendants of Zombies. But I've always wanted you guys to know that there never has been anything wrong with you calling yourself a dedicated fan of Descendants of Zombies, because many of us are dedicated fans of whatever it is we're passionate about. It may not be Descendants or Zombies. It could be Phineas or Ferb or Tangled or Frozen. Whatever we are a dedicated fan of, that's what makes us special. And again, as I've often reiterated time and time again, that's what presents us with a chance to experience diversity and really feel what things like true love really feels like. Because if you remember, Mel never had the chance to experience what true love felt like, but she told Ben that she didn't know what it felt like, but she was experiencing it all along, because deep inside of her heart, she was gradually falling more in love with Ben as time passed. And that ultimately is what made the story about Descendants so special for so many people. What made The Rise of Red so special for over 6.7 million of you was seeing how Red and Chloe's friendship really helped them get through everything. And that's what I love so much about The Rise of Red. It didn't immediately focus on friendships and relationships. It just focused on the appreciation for each other. That's what it immediately focused on, was meeting each other, becoming the very best of friends, and staying friends for forever. Now in Descendants Wicked Wonderland, as we shift our focus to what once was, from what once was to now, we're seeing a greater appreciation for love, and we're seeing a greater appreciation for how if you alter the fabric of time, it was more than you ever imagined it would be. And along the way, Red and Chloe's friendship are bound to face its fair share of criticism and challenges along the way. But again, that's what I really appreciated about this story, is how it's come so far in such a short amount of time. And I had the chance to be a part of that with all of you. And it's something that I've really held close to my heart for a very long time, for a considerable amount of time, that I've loved so much, just having a chance to experience with all of you. Because I don't think anything has ever come close to a comparison that could have ever been made about what I had the chance to cover or profile, quite like Descendants of Zombies, because I really have had the time of my life just sitting here talking about all of your favorite characters and all of these wonderful moments. Some of these characters who I am really excited for you guys to meet. Because the way I look at Leomani Segura and perceive her is she is a very strong person. She is one of the strongest people that I have ever seen in my life. Her gym regimens are off the charts. Her dedication to her fitness regime, her dedication to singing and learning how to be an actress is really incredible. And you guys have shown so much love and support for her being a new character with so much novelty surrounding her career and her life, because she really wants to share her story with you. And that's why I've often encouraged these stars to write memoirs and to write stories, because when they write memoirs and stories, we have a chance to appreciate them more than ever before and always take away that greater appreciation for them and the characters they really had a chance to bring to life. And I felt more than honored, watching them grow up and become the people they are, especially in Kylie Control's case, because Kylie Control is really writing beautiful music. Her new song, Carrie Bradshaw, has really held a special place in the hearts of many people, gone on to hold a significant place in the hearts of many people, and will continue to for many years to come. And I think her contribution to this soundtrack, conspicuous by her absence for all the PR and the press tours for Descendants Wicked Wonderland, I think we can really give her a chance, because this is really a coming of age moment. And I know I've said this many times, but this is really a coming of age moment for Kylie Control. This is a coming of age moment for everybody, not just the stars, but really for all of us. Because the cool thing about Wicked Wonderland and witnessing it for the first time on Disney Plus, I've always said that one of the most beautiful things about Disney Plus is it allows you to go back in time and relive what once was. So in anticipation of Wicked Wonderland, you can relive The Rise of Red and just have special a 90-minute production and how much of a story was actually told. And you can kind of get yourself ready for what the future has in store, because the most exciting thing about the future is we never seem to know what the future has in store or what lies ahead. Because if we did, you got to think about it like this. would the future be as exciting for all of us to experience if we knew what lied ahead on the road ahead? I really don't. But I do know it's really going to be something special. And this is going to be a soundtrack that you will always remember, that will always hold a special place in your heart. That gives me more of a reason to sit here with this Mickey Mouse jean jacket on and talk about it with so much praise and give it the acknowledgement that I have always believed that it deserves. And that's why somebody always subscribes here. That's why always somebody holds a special place in their heart for these videos, because this is original content. This is relatable content that always has a way of touching somebody's heart. And that's what I've always loved about this niche, is how people come together and they share their thoughts and their predictions and their theories and something more about Descendants of Zombies than they do on any other channel that seems to theme their content around Descendants of Zombies, because the majority of it is AI. Nobody really goes as deep as I do or takes this franchise to places that I've took it. I've really took it to infinity and beyond, to the galaxies and beyond, because I believe it deserves to go there. I believe your favorite stars deserve to stand on the Disney Expo stage and accept awards for being some of the greatest of all time, because that's what I've always been put here to do, is ensure the legacies of your favorites. Today is Ariana Grande's 33rd birthday, and we've seen Ariana Grande honored so many times because she deserves to be honored. And I think the same thing can happen for Kylie Cantrell, who celebrated her 21st birthday yesterday. She could be receiving so many more awards and so many more accolades because of how many people believe in her. And I think we can present that same incentive that we did for Taylor Swift or Ariana Grande some time ago for a Kylie Cantrell, because I know that Kylie may have compared her music to that of a Dove Cameron for forever, comparing her song to Dove Cameron's ballad If Only. But I think this ballad, from what I've heard and from the indication that I've been given, this is going to be something truly special for everybody to take something special away from. And I just can't wait to really share in these moments with so many wonderful people. I think my favorite song from this score will always be Perfect Princess, because it was Pink's way of introducing herself to all of us. And we all took something special away from such a fearless, such a strong character. And I think the appreciation for both Red and Pink is obviously there, because Red is going to get seemingly everything she ever wanted, a new sister, a new look for her mom. There's so much to look forward to with this, with a modern, updated look and feel for Wicked Wonderland. So I think that we have more to be excited about and really get into in terms of topics and conversations than perhaps ever before. And I know these videos are created and distributed very differently, and they go deeper and further than any videos about Descendants ever have, and especially Wicked Wonderland, which is bound to receive its fair share of criticism. I mean, who else with all these Disney photos behind him on his wall of nostalgia and a huge Mickey Mouse beanie behind me there that you see, would sit here and talk about Descendants of Zombies for hours? I don't think anybody ever would, because the majority of these videos pretty much are AI and reaction videos, and you don't really get a whole lot from those videos. So I think that this YouTube channel is obviously everybody's favorite for good reason, and I think it has something to do with how I could always tell these stories and bring these stories to life, but not only bring these stories to life, but keep them alive for so many wonderful people. And as we move forward and push forward with the future, we have so much to be excited about. And I just can't wait to be a part of that future with all of you. Thank you so much forever and always for having chosen this YouTube channel as your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel. I will have much more to say on the new soundtrack, which is available now for download and streaming off iTunes, Apple Music, and Spotify. If you haven't already heard it, go listen to it. You will not regret it. Come back and tell me what you thought of it. I really appreciate you guys for always being you and showing up here with so much love and support. I can never seem to put into words how Descendants of Zombies has truly made me feel. Just know that all of you guys will hold a very special place in my heart. I, of course, am Jonathan Clarke. Thank you so much for always having chosen this YouTube channel as your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel, and hopefully a channel that will always hold a special place in your heart for many years to come, because we still have a long way to go. And why that is, you may be wondering. Well, because this story is far from over. And as long as we can continue to give people more to believe in than perhaps ever before, than they ever have been given to believe in, that's what's always made this channel so special for me and such an honor to have created. Thank you so much for always and forever having a special place in your heart for all of these videos, and obviously Descendants of Zombies. And as always, from my heart to yours, thank you so much for always and forever having watched these videos.